Hey Captains, how's it going? Green X Jedi here. Today, we're going to be talking about my top 5 tips and tricks for World of Warship Legends. And make sure you stick around for the last one because it's the most important one. Alright, so before we get into the first tip, I'm going to go ahead and apologize now. That halo light ring is really annoying and I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to be working on getting a new light here pretty soon. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. My first tip is picking the right ship. Now I know some of you are like, well duh. You gotta pick a ship to play. But have you seen the size of this damn tech tree? It is massive. There are a lot of different ships. And what you don't want to do is pick the ship and then find out that it's not quite the ship that you want. Or the upgrade for that ship is just complete shit. But fear not, young captains, as I have a solution. So there are 2 different ways we can do this. The first way is you come to wiki.wargaming.net. Once you're here on the page, you'll click down here, the World of Warship Legends. And then once you have that, then you can pick your different nation types if you want. So if you want to look at all the United States boats or all the Japan boats, you can. You can pick by ship type between your destroyers, cruisers, battleships, and aircraft carriers. Then you can come on down here to categories. And categories has everything else that you need to know if you're confused. So it's got all your gun types, how torpedoes work, kind of shell types work. It's got everything that you need. Okay, we're going to click on Japan. And you see it talks about Japan a little bit. Then you got your destroyers and your gameplay of your destroyers, how they work, what they're good at, what they're not good at. Your cruisers, your battleships, your aircraft carriers. And then you come on down here and you can look at all the different Japanese cruisers, the Japanese destroyers, the battleships, and the aircraft carriers. And if you keep on scrolling, you see all your different commander types. So you can click on any one of those and get more information about which one you want. Holy shit, there's Godzilla. Did not know that was a thing.
Run! It's Godzilla!
Alright, so in the Japanese cruiser line, let's go ahead and pick the Kuma. Now on this page, you're going to go ahead and see the ship traits. So it's fast, it has above average movement speed, but it compromises the high caliber AP shell overpin the armor, but may still arm depending on shell velocity. So that's what you're losing. What I mostly focus on is over here on the right hand side. So we got a tier 3 cruiser, and it gives you all the information about the ship that you need. And then on the left here, we have all of our modifications and upgrades. So everything that you need to know about that ship is right on that page. Alright, so now for the second way. The second way is probably the easier way, so I would just go ahead and do it this way. But I wanted to give you both options just in case. The first thing you want to do is come right to the ship menu, hit A, if you're on Xbox. Alright, and then let's go. We're going to go ahead and find the Kuma again. And immediately in the bottom right corner, you can see the green and red circles. And remember from the last page, from the wiki page, what those 2 meant. But they're right there, so you can see right away. And then if we hit A on it, shows your ship. You got a couple little upgrades here. Mine are locked, but you can click them and they tell you what they are. But if you hit right bumper, it tells you your loadouts, your consumables, your specs for it. So like this one has got really good maneuverability and concealment. It's better at artillery than it's going to be at torpedoes. You can see the number. The higher the number, the better. I haven't played with this ship yet, so I don't have any stats. The cool thing is you can see your armor and the armor thickness. So you look down at the bottom and it tells you how thick and the different colors, and then you can look at your ship and see where your weakness is at. And then you got your overall general review. So again, it's got your fast, which is green, and your compromising, which is in the red. And then it tells you a little bit about the Kuma down there. And then the other thing you can do is if you hit X, right here, it pops up, it's real quick, everything's right here, it's nice and easy. So this is also a really good way if you're in a hurry and you don't want to go through all the other bullshit. You can just come right here and it tells you everything on one page. And we're on to tip number 2. Next, we're going to be talking about the commanders. So if you look at their commanders, just like the ships themselves, there are a lot of commanders. So we're going to look at Norman Scott. First thing you're going to notice is top right corner. There's a symbol for cruisers. So you know he's going to be more fit for a cruiser versus an aircraft carrier or a destroyer. So when you click on him, first thing you're going to see is the base trait. So you got your cruiser main battery shell grouping, which is, for me, it's 3%. And then when you come over here to the tree, you can pick different kind of abilities. So like this one has a better chance of HE shell bombing causing fires. This one chance of cruiser HE shells causing fires. I like start fires if you can't tell. Oh my god, says that's on fire over the mountain. 5 hits. Suck it, nerd. So go through all these, pick which one you want for the build of your ship. And then you got your legend one down here. Same thing. Pick whichever one fits you best. Make sure to upgrade your commanders too. I didn't do that for the longest time. So when you go on down right here in the middle, as you can see right now it's going to say not obtained, but I can obtain it by hitting A to rank up. So you want to make sure that you're ranking these up. And then on the left you have your inspiration, which is another way for you to build more towards the build that you want. So as you're scrolling through, you can see battleship detectability. So if I click him, that's what I'm going to get. If I pick him, I'm going to get repair party duration. So you just go through here and pick whichever one best suits you. All right, on to tip number 3. No, it's not my cat, but it is situational awareness and using your mini-map. You want to constantly be looking at that mini-map. Reason being is because if you're shooting somebody and you run into a rock, you're going to get stuck and then you're pretty much easy prey for the guy that's shooting at you. Oh shit, I ran aground. You also don't want to be sailing, looking at one guy, and then next thing you know, you're surrounded by like 3 or 4 other dudes. I've run in that situation many times. Fuck! Alright, on to tip number 4. Hide. Use those rocks and island as cover and try to conceal yourself as much as possible. You don't want to be sitting out in the middle of the water shooting somebody when everybody else can see you. You want to hide. Alright, on to our final and the most important tip of all. Do not, and I repeat, do not run straight into the middle of the damn map as soon as the game starts. I see so many people do that. It doesn't help anybody. The majority of the time, you're just going to get shot. Everybody's going to kill you. It's not good for anybody. So do not run into the middle of the map as soon as it starts. There's a timer for a reason. Take your time. Work your way in there. Try to get some intelligence and figure out where everybody's at. Well, that's it. If you made it this far, I want to say thank you. Please like and subscribe to the video and my YouTube channel. And please go over to Twitch and follow me at GreenXJedi. I pretty much play every day. And I'll catch you captains on the seas.